morning everyone, and welcome to day 9 of Vlogmas. My name's Kath and I'm the Mindful Melbourne Maker on YouTube and Instagram. It's Monday the 9th of December and it's another busy week of work for me, and today's going to be even busier because I have a very early morning meeting that I have to get ready for. But I wanted to squeeze in advents and things before I did that because I think it's a really good way to start the day. What do you think? I think if I didn't open it, I'd just be thinking about it all day at work. So it's really best to get it done and start the day with some yarny goodness. So why don't we jump straight into the advents this morning. So the first one is the Ash and Eve Yarnival of Yesteryear Advent. So we've got day 9 there, and this morning we got a little stitch marker. Yep, it's there. I think you can see that. It's like a little tarot card and it says the sun. It's very, very nice. And the colorway for today, I've got the card today. The colorway for today is Ferris wheel. And so that's the color there. It's a really delicately speckled pinks, a little bit of oranges, but mostly pinks. It's really, really pretty. And it blends, of course it blends beautifully in with the colors from the last few days. So I'll just pop it on there so you can see. It's always nice to see how the colors are progressing. So that's it there. Lovely. So that's Ash and Eve. Next we've got Rainbows and Sprinkles, the Rainbow Sparkle Advent. Today it was a pink bag. And the colorway is this one. So it's yellow and white, and I don't know if you can see, but it's got all these multicolored speckles. It's really, really pretty. Pop it on the ribbon. This one's looking quite yellow at the moment, so I think it'll go into some other colors shortly. It does have some green speckles, so I'm thinking maybe it'll go into greens next. We'll have to see, won't we? Oh, don't mind my husband blowing his nose. The next one is the Hodgepodge Skeins Gemstones Advent. Today's colour was Lapis Lazuli. That's there. And the colour is beautiful. It's this really, really lovely blue. It's just gorgeous. My daughter and I loved this colour. So that goes really nicely with that colour from yesterday. That was that sort of mermaidy colour. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, that one's lovely. Then we've got My Creative Garage, the Flowers Advent, and that is today's colour is Rose. So yesterday we had that really pretty variegated colour again, and today we're back to tonals. And look at that lovely pink. It's sort of a very blush pink. It's really, really pretty. That's it there. So pop that on. We'll have a look how that all looks together. There we go. Pretty. It's lovely. Next we have Love and Speckles. So we've had a lot of blues, and so today we got this lovely, it's quite green. It might be a little bit greener than it's coming up on screen, although that looks about right. So I think it's moving into the pastel greens, which is lovely. Here we go. Whoop, there we go. Yes, so you can kind of see the very green tinge on that one now. Yeah, that one's just so delicate, those colours. And Louie Lola is the last yarny one, so that's day 9. And for day 9 we've got this really pretty blue. Now it's coming up a bit grey on the screen I think, but it's a really lovely blue. There, that's a bit better. Which goes really nicely with yesterday's quite bright blue. So if we have a look at those all together, there we go. Lots of lovely different blues and shades of colours in there. It's really nice. 1121 Windmills, the Magical Terrarium Advent. So today we did have a package for that today, and it's the Bewitched Blossom. That's what we're up to. And today we got it in this, it's very hard to sort of guess what it's going to be, but it was this really lovely shawl pin. So the outside there, and then the pin through the middle. That was beautiful. And then the last thing for today was my T2 Advent, which is my favourite flavour of all time from T2, French Earl Grey. That one there. So yeah, that's my absolute favourite. So very much looking forward to drinking this today. And that's all the Advents for today. So I need to jump into that meeting and have a very busy day at work, but I'll check in with you later around my socks. Hello, how's it going? I thought I'd check in quickly around my Freckled Whimsy socks. So I have done another couple of stripes on those, but I've also added some stitch markers, so I wanted to show you what I've done with those. So the colours that I've knit on for today, for today, are this lovely light orange and this darker orange, and that's what the socks are looking like at the moment. They're just beautiful. The colours are so striking. I think she said the inspiration for the colourway Merry and Bright was based on all the Christmas lights on the Christmas tree, which you can see behind me. We've got coloured lights, so that's those there. And what I've done is I've actually popped on, I started to count my rows, which I don't really do at the start until I get a good chunk, and then I pop on some stitch markers. So I've popped a stitch marker every 20 rows just to count, to sort of keep track of where I'm going. But what I've also done is I've popped those stitch markers on the very last stitch of the round, so that when I pick up for my heel, I know where to count from in terms of where the stitches are, so where the sides of the sock are. So that's the last stitch of each round is where my stitch markers are, and so I know if I count back, in my case 32 stitches from that, I'll get to the exact other side and I can pop a stitch marker on there, and that's where I pick up my heel. So you'll get a better sense of that when I do it, but I just thought I'd show you that's what I've done. That's how I count my rounds and keep track of how long I've made it. And those are my colours for today. So I have my other one as well, all done for today, so I can pop those away and knit on something else in a little bit. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing, just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under